Hey guys, Spenny here. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Palantir. I'm going to cover the Motely Fool. It's possible the Motely Fool might be looking to add Palantir to one of their recommendations. I used to be a subscriber to their service in Canada, and I know that they love to do articles on stocks they recommend to their subscribers. That is the bulk of their bullish articles. And then I'm going to talk about the chart. I've shown you guys the chart in a few previous videos, how I believe we broke out of a bearish downtrend and we are on an uptrend. However, today was a big red day, so some of you might be questioning what is going on. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys the chart and show you guys what I'm seeing. Today we were down almost 7% though. We peaked out at $26 and went all the way down to $23.70. We'll get into this more in a second here, but first let's cover the Motely Fool and the article they just did. So the spring sale is here for game-changing stocks that have discounted by 40% or more. Now, of course, they got to mention Fastly right here. Fastly is one of the stocks they recommended. That's just, classic Motely Fool. This stock is actually really interesting, Northern Star acquisition. I suggest you guys read up on it. I actually plan on doing a video on it soon. But we're looking for Palantir. So what did they say about Palantir, and is it possible that the Motely Fool might be planning to recommend Palantir to their subscribers? So they say here, lastly, data mining company Palantir Technologies is offering one heck of a spring sale with its shares down 48% since hitting an all-time high less than 3 months ago. If you're wondering why shares have nearly halved, the answer has been valuation. Even though Palantir was exceptionally popular direct listing that came to market at the end of September, its $45 share price in January placed it at something close to 80 times annual revenue. 80 times annual revenue is a very steep valuation, so the Motely Fool is right about that. That's a lot to ask and a lot to live up to. However, it's more complicated than just a valuation. Palantir dropped for several reasons, and I've covered a lot of those reasons in previous videos. But let's carry on here. So the positive news is that Palantir looks to be growing into big shoes. Revenue growth tallied 47% last year, thanks to in a large part to a number of large contract wins for its Gotham platform. Gotham provides data mining services for the federal government and is currently the leading revenue generator for the company. The scale and optionality offering by Gotham to the federal government should help Palantir sustain a growth rate between 30 to 40%. Yeah, so remember everybody saying how the federal government is Palantir's biggest risk because they rely on the contracts too much? This is in fact not a risk. It is one of the unique things that Palantir has, that trust with the government. And I've talked about this so much in previous videos. These contracts are just going to grow and grow as the data revolution takes place over the next decade. They're not at risk of losing these contracts. If that's your biggest concern around Palantir, then you should be very happy investing into the stock. It's not a risk, it's 100% a positive thing. But the more exciting long-term growth driver looks to be Foundry, which Palantir's analytics service for enterprises that is designed to help them better understand their data and make their operations more efficient. Palantir had only 125 customers as of August when it filed this prospectus. That represents just the tip of the iceberg for Foundry. And then they conclude this by saying long-term investors look to be getting one heck of a bargain on Palantir. Now, I'm not a subscriber to Motely Fool anymore, so I don't know if they actually have recommended Palantir. If you guys know, comment down below. Let me know if they actually have already recommended Palantir. I don't think they have though. That's some pretty big news because when the Motely Fool recommends a stock, that stock gets pumped hard. They have a lot of people following them. But I do expect the Motely Fool to possibly be looking at Palantir to add it to a recommendation pretty soon. The Motely Fool typically likes stocks on discounts, so if we see Palantir stay in the low 20s, I think it's inevitable we will see the Motely Fool add Palantir to the recommendations. However, I actually think that we are in an uptrend now, so I don't think the low 20s is going to last very long. So let's look at the chart. So looking at the chart, I covered in a previous video this double bottom here. So what was happening? We were in a downtrend. We were in this massive downtrend that lasted for quite a while. It went from about $45 a share and we bottomed about $20. And if we actually look at that bottom, it's a double bottom. It's a W-shaped double bottom. It's a classic trading pattern. and we broke the neckline here where I drew this line here. So when we broke that neckline, I actually think this was possibly the start of a new bull run. Since that bottom, we've gone from about $20 a share, and we peaked out at 26. And then today we saw a 6% drop that brought us down to 23.82. But since that double bottom, let me bring out the ruler here, that was a gain of 25%. 25% from March 30th to April 14th. So 2 weeks, 25%. That's actually a big gain in such a short period of time, and a lot of investors probably haven't even recognized this. Obviously, that was very short-lived because the second we touched $26, we plummeted down to $23. So lost 6% in one day. That's quite a big drop, but the trend is still intact. You guys can see here, I have this trend line here. We can see it's holding pretty good. Back here, it held several times. We went up, pushed down. Now we're at this moving average, actually closed above the moving average, still above this trend line. There's no reason to suggest that we are going to go right back down into a bearish trend. You know, with the information we have right now, we are still holding this line. But it is important to note, 25% in 2 weeks, that is a big gain. You know, a correction is definitely bound to happen. So who knows what's going to happen the next few days. I hope to see this line held. That'd be very bullish. We do have a lot of bullish catalysts that have been announced the last week or two with Palantir. So really, there's not a lot of reason to believe that the stock should go lower. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's the video I have for you today. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts around the Motley Fool and this chart. And definitely feel free to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Palantir updates. I cover this stock every week. Thanks for watching until the end. Really appreciate that. I'll see you guys on the next video.